Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. I'm not going to go into too many technical details, I just wanted to mark the occasion on the day Andor dropped. It was 8 a.m. this morning, I couldn't watch it this morning, obviously I had to go to work, but I just sort of like about an hour ago I watched episodes 1, 2 and 3 and I just really loved it. I thought it was really good, man, it was refreshing. I had no massive expectations, no high expectations going into this. I liked Rogue One, I like Cassian Andor. He has his critics, people think he's boring or whatever. I loved it, man. I thought it was really, really good, refreshing. It was like, lots of familiar aspects. I'm just filming this here, I just opened this recently, but you saw that screen and one scene they were looking at something. I think it was actually on a monitor as opposed to this being an actual physical panel, but that's what I mean. It was loads of subtle things in it that were just kept it as being Star Wars, but it was just not heavily saturated with the usual stuff. Jedi, even the Empire, nowhere to be seen almost. They were talking about them, and you saw the Imperial cog on that box and stuff like that. And I'll be totally honest with you, I found it really difficult to kind of know what was going on, if that makes sense. But I still lent in and I was listening and enjoying it, and I can't wait to watch those episodes again. But by the time you got to episode 3, you understood, roughly the gist of what was happening. So one can say this is a non-spoiler review because I'm not going to do any other breakdowns or talk other than to say that it looked good, it was well shot, the music was great, and I can't wait to see more of this, man. And it is definitely for the adult market, man. There's no question of that. I mean, I sensed it would be. You could tell in the trailer what it was going to be about, man. The vibe, and it was, and that's good because things like the Book of Boba Fett. I mean, one could argue, like I talk about the trailer there. The trailer got me quite excited when I saw the trailer for Andor, but I got excited for the trailer for the Book of Boba Fett and Kenobi, Obi-Wan. But those shows had their faults. Mandalorian I thought was brilliant. Book of Boba Fett had some great content, but a lot of it was, I don't know, man. I mean, I'll keep it very brief and I'll just say the mods. I thought the mods were an awful invention, really. They did not work for me anyway. And I think I'll just leave it at that. I think that's a common general consensus on the mods. I thought they were awful, but anyway. This was really good. It was gritty. Right from the get-go, I was into it. A bit like, say, Mandalorian Season 1, when he marches into that bar and bang, right from the get-go, the opening scene, I was hooked. And it was the same with this. I was talking with Tim from Bosk's Bounty earlier as well. We were talking about the adult content with regards to the language. An S-bomb, yeah, man. And also, what else was said? I can't remember. Bastard as well was said. Oh, yeah. But you know what I mean? And, he's got a son, and his son was probably not as invested in this as he was in, say, the Book of Boba Fett, all that kind of thing, because there's a lot more action in this. But episode 3, there was a lot of action and stuff, but it was good, and I can't wait to see more of it. And that's all I'm really going to say. Check it out. If you haven't seen Andor already, do. It's really good, and I'll show you these as well. I have 2 variants of the Andor card, or from Rogue One anyway, Captain Cassian Andor, and this apparently is rarer than I realised. This is the UK variant. Obviously there's no double language in the pill. This is the original one. I knew that Dr. Afro was rare, but apparently this is as highly sought after. So I have it. I'm not trying to rub it in that you don't. I just thought I would shoot the 2 variants of the card. I just say, man, that was a bit of a surprise recently when I found out about that. I didn't realise that it was as rare as it is now. But it's amazing, isn't it? How things suddenly become rare, like the tank commander from Rogue One. Awesome. Let me know your thoughts on Andor. I think this works quite well, actually. Like I said in my review, when I opened General Riken on Only One fans, you can use these, or this display here, you could put it in your Yavin display, and certainly, Cassian Andor, I have been in this fight since I was 6 years old. Or whatever he says. That was good. The flashbacks in this were brilliant as well. You keep going backwards and forwards. So it's very not difficult to keep up with what was going on. But you had to be alert, and it's like you're learning when you watch any new series, who's who, what they doing, what they all about, what's the situation, what's going on. But anyway, what was my point there? I was just going to say about that. That works really well with him because of Rogue One, when he's on Yavin 4. He's in that briefing room that we so famously know from A New Hope. So that's awesome. That's all yet to come, because this is, of course, a prequel. I'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts on Andor, ladies and gentlemen. I thought it was awesome. Looking forward to more next week, or whenever it's next on. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.